by the salt. The ceiling is made of salt, as well as the floor. We are walking on the salt. Certainly, I don't recommend licking the floor, but everything is the matter of your choice. If you are ready, then let's continue this process. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wieliczka salt mine is one of the oldest salt mine in the world. It's 700 years old. The salt was discovered in 1280 here, and we stopped mining in 1996. Everything began 13.5 million years ago. The salt sea was here in Wieliczka. The climate was dry and hot, so the water evaporated. What's more, the Carpathian Mountains raised. There are big tectonic movements. That's why the layers of... Really, every machine was moved by power of people. For example, the winch, the hand press. It was used in vertical transport to pull the salt out. Besides, it was operated by fair employees. Have a look over that, please. This is the unexplored, the pristine part of the mine. You cannot go there. It's too dangerous for us, only our workers. As you know, no one has mined the salt since 1996 here. But almost 300 miners are working down here. They are in charge of safety. They maintain the mine. What's more interesting, there are more tour guides than miners, because there are more or less 500 tour guides in about 10 languages: Chinese, Japanese, Greek, Swedish, and so on. Ladies and gentlemen, the rock salt is gray here, but if you put the light to the salt, then it's transparent. At first sight, it seems to be gray because it's impure with the sand, with the claystone, with the mud, with the gypsum, and so on. The purest kind of salt here downstairs, it's called halite. It contains 99% of sodium chloride. It looks like ice or glass. In old times, this kind of salt was called the royal salt because it was served only on the king's table. The chandeliers are made of these crystals of the salt on the tourist route, and of course you will see them. Any volunteer to lick? No, not yet. You trust me that this is the salt mine.
Cái này sốt muối không? Thôi một cái thôi. Để con lấy không nhỉ? Liếm cho nó đang liếm cho đấy nhiều người. Liếm cho đấy nhiều người ta liếm.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Nicholas Copernicus chamber. He was very famous Polish astronomer. According to the historic documents, he was the first visitor of Wieliczka. He came to see this place in 1493, when he was a student of the Krakow Academy, nowadays the Jagiellonian University. In the Middle Ages, the royal permission was required to visit the mine. That's why only the VIP guests appeared here. I mean, the kings, the poets, the scientists, and so on. The mine was opened to public in 1774 by Austrians. Władysław Papek, our miner, carved this monument to celebrate the 500th anniversary of his birthday in 1973. Please keep in mind that every sculpture, every decoration is made by the miners. They weren't professional artists. They carved in the spare time. After the work, only one of them has graduated from the art. And right now, come closer to the carving, please. You can see that it's made of salt, as almost every monument on the way. That's why please don't touch them. There are three things you cannot touch and lick: the figures, the electric wires, and the tour guide. The rest will go ahead. The toughness of salt is like a marble, so it's quite easy to carve in the salt. And once again, We are walking on the salt. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are ready, then follow me this way, please, and mind your head, please, because the mine is unfriendly for people taller than me. Ladies and gentlemen, when the extraction was finished, the miners had to support the chambers to avoid collapse, to avoid caving in. The timber, the wood, is the best material to maintain the mine because it doesn't corrode in the salt environment like a steel. What's more, it's very flexible, so it doesn't break under the impact of the pressure, it only bends. In old times, people brought here the timber and exchanged it to the salt. There are more or less 2 million cubic meters of the timber here downstairs. And over here you can see 2 doors. Here, there is the empty chamber. On the other side, the oldest chapel here downstairs, the chapel called after Saint Anthony. The first mass was celebrated there in 1698. Presently is closed for our tourists because we are scared of destroying it because of the moisture. Inside, everything is made of salt. The figures, the chandeliers, the walls, the ceiling, the floor. And my dear, right now, join me here, please. Ladies and gentlemen, in the left corner, next to the tower, you can find the salt stalactites, also called spaghetti or pasta. And right now, I will tell you the legend about the discovery of salt in Wieliczka. This is the romantic version. In the 13th century, Kinga, the Hungarian princess, got married with Polish prince Bolesław Baszko. She knew that no rock salt was mined in Poland, so she asked her father to give her one of the Hungarian salt mine as a wedding gift. When she visited this mine, she threw her engagement ring into one of the shafts. And later she arrived to Poland. Near Krakow in Wieliczka, she ordered her people to dig, so they started. They look like this is something to eat? Great. The salt cauliflowers, the effect of the secondary crystallization of the salt, the water makes them. You can taste it because this is the normal table salt. Also, you can scrape some salt and later use in your kitchen. Every tourist can lick 2 kilograms of salt, so please think about it.